Welcome to Math with Mr. T. Well, hello there, everyone. We will be doing some multiplying whole numbers by decimals. And one of the most important things is that you need to estimate what you think the answer is before you even start. So let's look at 13 times 0.4 or 4/10. I know that this number is pretty close to a half. It's a little bit smaller. So 13 times a half, or half of 13, is kind of what the ballpark is for the number that we want to get. So we're thinking maybe around 5 or something like that. So we're going to start with that. If we look on the one on the right, we see it's 6 times 2.14, which would be a little bigger than 12. So we want to make sure that our answers are in the ballpark of our estimate. And that will help as we try to figure out what to do with these decimals. The first thing to do is to set up the problem. And so I'm going to set up the problem, just stack it the way that I see it. And remember, we just do regular multiplication algorithm. We forget about the decimals at this point. We leave them there. We don't do anything with them. We pretend like they're not even there. 4 times 3 is 12. And then remember, we do 4 times 1 plus 1. So this is going to be 52. Then whenever you're doing multiplication, anytime you get to the second number in the tens place, you must put down a 0. And the second number happens to be a 0. So this is going to be pretty uneventful. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. And then I'm going to draw the line so that I can add together these two products. So 0 plus 2 and 5 plus 0. Okay, this is the important part where we need to pay attention because the answer is not 52. We already said that half of 13 is around 5, but here's how you figure out how the decimal works. If our problem has a decimal in it, we need to figure out how many place values that decimal is away from 1. So watch this. I'm going to go up to the problem, and I see here that I have a decimal, and I'm going to move it over one spot to the right. Because we have a tenth in our question, we need to put a tenth in our answer. So the answer is 5.2, or 5 2/10. Let's do it again. On this problem, though, it's important that you set up the problem a little different. Even though 5 14/100 is smaller than 6, because there's more digits, it's important to set it up on top of the problem. You could do it the other way, it just makes it a lot easier. So 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 1 plus 2 is 8. 6 times 2 is 12. And some kids and people think that they're done at this point, but that's way too big. And remember, we need to look back at our problem in order to insert the decimal in the right place. Because we have 1, 2 place values in our problem, we need to make sure that we have 1, 2 place values in our answer. So the answer is 12.84, or 12 84/100. Thanks for watching. I hope the video was helpful. Please let me know. And don't forget to subscribe.